Hi, BookTube! Today I'm going to be doing a tag video, which I never ever do because I always forget, but this is one of my favorite subjects of all time, books and video games, and so this might be a little long of a video just because this is one of my passions. I just love the video games. And I recently saw this tag at Samantha's channel, Thoughts on Tombs, and it's 18 questions long. Is it 18? Oh, dang. No, it's 21. 21 questions. So bear with me. I'm sorry if this is a long video, but again, I love video games, and so I'm probably going to ramble about stuff. So the very first question is, what is your all-time favorite video game? Now, ooh, I almost dropped it. I can't show you the actual video game because it's a PC, MMO, online. I've been playing it for 7 years. Pretty much since my youngest son has been born. I've been playing it forever. This is last expansion, which was Mists of Pandaria. The one that just came out is Warlords of Draenor. And I am a level 100 arcane mage on Grizzly Hills. Check me out if you want to play. My name's Ruby Miss. Anyways, this is my all-time favorite game because you get to interact with people online, and it's not just you playing, it's a huge group of people that get to play. And let me just share with you guys my love of World of Warcraft. Just quickly, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. In recent years, they brought on a lot of cool features to playing. Now, before it used to be either you were a quester, so you would do all of the quests, and again, World of Warcraft never ends. There's no, finale, no big fight, and then the game is over. It continuously evolves, and so the quests, there's always quests to do. There's an achievement log that you can click on. If you are a list maker like me, these lists are so annoying because you just want to go down the list and do them all. So the achievements are awesome, lists are awesome, quests are awesome, and then there is PvP. So if you like fighting against other people, which I absolutely hate, there's that aspect. Or if you like raiding with a group, I am a part of a guild, and we used to be really into raiding, and we did it 3 times a week, and we would do it for 4 or 5 hours a night until we downed the bosses that we could, and we all got tired and, pissed off enough to just log off. We still had fun, and this last year, I've become more addicted to reading books, so now I'm just, getting back into it again. But basically, you can do the questing, you can do the raiding, you can do the PvP, and now there's pet battling. It's been going on for 3 years now, I believe, and the first time I heard about pet battling, I didn't understand what it was, and they kept saying, oh, it's like Pokemon, it's like Pokemon. And I would collect pets because you could do quests to get pets, or sometimes kill a ton of people or a certain race, and those people would finally drop a pet for you, and pets were like epic. Epic, epic, epic. You couldn't get enough pets, but now you can collect them by going out into the world and just pet battling and then raising your pet level. So they start off at level 1, and the highest they can get to is level 25. I own over 500 pets, which is disgusting. In this new expansion, there was like 75 new pets, and I'm just so stinking excited to get the pets. And now we have garrisons. So it's like Sims on World of Warcraft. You get to build your garrison, so you get to choose if you want to have stables or barracks or a barn or whatever, and it's just so fun. Favorite game in the whole world, World of Warcraft. Next one. What is your current favorite video game? So WoW, obviously, and then I haven't finished it yet, but it's Ni no Kuni. It's more like Pokemon because after a certain level, then you can make your familiar metamorphosize into a better, stronger familiar, and then there's a 3rd stage where they become the best familiar in that class, race, whatever that is called. But awesome game, and I haven't finished it because I don't want the game to end, because unlike World of Warcraft where it never ends, this one will. And so I'm finally at the miasma fields, I think. I don't know why I'm looking at the back like it's going to tell me. But I think that's where I am at, and I haven't played in a while. And the cool thing about this, or a lot of video games,
you know, especially role-playing, they have text at the bottom, like the storyline where you can read it. And so because I like reading in different accents, I read this out loud while I'm playing to my children, and my 9-year-old will do the voice of the boy, and then I'll do the voice of this guy here. Since I haven't played in a couple months, I don't remember what his name is. But, he's got kind of like a Irish, Scottish accent, and I'm terrible at it, but I do try to emulate his voice.
And my 9-year-old does his dialogue. And so it's a lot of fun because interactive, you know, I'm playing, but, you know, him and I are both bonding because he's reading the story too. Anyways, I love it, love it, love it. This is my favorite game for PlayStation 3. Alright, so the next question is, question 3, what is your favorite video game genre? And that will be role-playing. Any game that has a storyline. I don't like first-person shooters. I hate first-person shooters. Number 4, how long have you been playing video games? I'm an 80s kid, and when I was 9, I think my dad finally caved and got the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and so we had the first game, you know, Mario Brothers. And of course, he said that he bought it for himself, and he basically really did buy it for himself. I mean, we were allowed to play it, but it was mostly his. Number 5, what's the first game you ever played? Again, Mario Brothers. Number 6, what game have you clocked the most hours into? And that would be WoW. My main tune is, I've been playing, like I said, since for 7 years. I took almost an entire year off, all of 2014 basically, to read. And so now I will be reading less. It'll go from 20 books a month to maybe 10 if I'm lucky, just because all new content, more animals to collect. I need lots of pets, and the quests, I haven't finished all the quests yet. So yeah, that's the most clocked hours. Second game that I had clocked the most hours in is Oblivion, The Elder Scrolls, which is 4. Yeah, 4. This is what I played before I started playing World of Warcraft. It took a couple months for me to finish this game. I think I didn't even actually finish it. I think I collected everything I could, all these different professions. There was like a thief and an assassin and all these other things that you could do in the game, and I've done them all. I just didn't do the very, very last fight because I didn't want the game to end. This was an awesome game. So good. Number 7, what's your longest gaming session? And that would be about 15 to 16 hours, especially during new expansions. Woken up at, say, 8 o'clock in the morning, played the entire day, and then logged off at like 11. The time flies when you're having fun. Alright, number 8, who is your favorite game developer? So, because my favorite game is World of Warcraft, that would be Blizzard. But I really, really like Square Enix. They do all of the Final Fantasy games. They also did Kingdom Hearts. And then Bethesda does the Elder Scroll games. And then Bandai Namco does this one. Does my Ni no Kuni. I don't know why I can't say that name. Alright, number 9. Favorite hero character from a game. Yuna. I really like her. I liked her so much in Final Fantasy X that I had to get the girly version, and I almost finished this game too. This one was really different, and I liked it because you got to switch like the clothes around. It's fun. Favorite villain. My favorite villain is from the Kingdom Hearts because they're all of the Disney villains.
And I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out for like 10 years, and it's going to come out on PlayStation 4, which I'm not going to buy, or I'm going to try not to buy because I'm mad at them. How can you make a new console and not allow the player that owns the new console to play the old content? Like, I can still put PlayStation 2 games on my PlayStation 3. I can still put the really old PlayStation 1 games on my PlayStation 3. How can you take out that major element in your console? We want to be able to play the old content, and they don't. PlayStation 4 isn't allowing to play Blu-rays either. I don't own a Blu-ray player. And so to take out all of that from the PlayStation 4 console is ridiculous, and that's why I'm protesting. I don't plan on buying PlayStation 4. Tangent, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out on PlayStation 4, and I'm really upset.
Number 11. Who is your most hated character of any game? I left this question blank because I don't know. I want to say the Horde. I do not like the Horde because we are enemies. I'm Alliance, and so obviously my hatred runs deep. And so I'm just going to say the Horde to make it easier because I don't know. Number 12. What gaming systems do you own? We have the PlayStation 3 and the Wii U, so that way my son could have Swap Force, Skylanders.
I need all of the avatars, and I hate that game. It's so stupid. What a money-grubbing game. The avatars all the characters are inside the video game already. The avatar, there's like a little barcode, and you set it on the portal, and all of a sudden it magically opens up and you can play it. It's not fair. Like, he has the Guardians and all the old ones, and then he had to get the new avatars, and then now he has Swap Force, and then he wants the newest version, which is going to have more avatars. We already have like 35, 40 avatars, and it's like $14 an avatar. It's so expensive, and I think it's stupid, and I wish he would stop using his allowance to buy avatars. But we're trying to teach him about economics and buying things and knowing what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy, and sometimes things that you buy are pointless, and it's his money, so.
Ever since I started like actually buying the consoles, so, you know, in my adult years, I've always bought in PlayStation and Nintendo, and I will always buy, well, besides the PlayStation 4, maybe they'll change it in the future, but I always buy PlayStation and Nintendo. So I did have the Nintendo 64, I did own a Cube at one point, I had the Wii and the Wii U, and then PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. I will never buy Xbox because I don't like the remote. They're chunky, and my hands, they're not small, but they don't fit right, and I don't like them. And I'm used to playing PlayStation, so I don't feel like making the switch. 13. What was your first game system? I already said that, the original Nintendo. Number 14. What's your fave gaming system and why? I enjoy playing on PC only because me and my husband's computers are right next to each other, and so while he's doing one thing, I can be doing another, and we're still in like punching distance, and so, you know, like, we can, you know, still, we've been together for 17.5 years, but we still like tease, is that, like, we poke at each other and constantly try to annoy each other, and so, if I'm in the living room, I can't do that, and then I end up following him around anyway, and so I'd rather just be in here with him. It is a lot harder to play on the computer because I do have like Witchers 2, and I do have Fables, and I have Diablo on the computer, but all 3 games are just really hard to do with the mouse. If I had to choose, I would choose the PlayStation. That is the most comfortable to play for consoles, and that's where most of my games are. Number 15, do you prefer to play guy characters or girl characters? Sam already said this, you know, the games that you can choose girl characters, I would choose the girl characters. This is my first game that I ever purchased for the PlayStation 3, and you get to be this girl, and so I was really excited, but there's a boy also in the storyline that does exactly what she does, this guy. So this game is really long, and I never finished it.
That's the thing I have a problem with. I never finish my video games. I play, because I'm a list maker, I play to get every single thing in the game and not just to get to the end. And so it takes me hours and hours and hours to play.
I have Alice, Madness Returns, I really like this one because I'm an Alice fan, but she's a girl character that I like to play. And then I told you about the girl version of Final Fantasy. So these 3 girls, you get to play all 3 of them, which I liked. Xenosaga, which was really super fun. You play her, and she's a girl character. Then I have tried Skyrim, but we only have it for the PC, and so that one I had made my girl lizard thing, and it was really, really cool. And then I went to go play just the first, not even the first level, just out of the tower to like kill the dragon, and I couldn't even pass that because the controller for the mouse was just so weird. And maybe when Skyrim is down to like $20, I'll go and buy it for PlayStation 3. If I can make a girl, I'll make a girl. Otherwise, boys. Number 16. Do you follow walkthroughs or do you play through on your own? I never play through on my own. See all these? I love walkthroughs. And I buy these books because I love them. I love looking at them. I mean, this one is the Ni no Kuni one, and it's just really pretty, and it's got like just really pretty illustrations in it, so it's kind of like having a graphic novel because you get to see all the pictures. And for instance, I purchased this Final Fantasy 12 because it came with like this art section first, so you have all these art pages of all the cool people and all of like the ships and stuff. And then it has the walkthrough later, but it had all of the artwork that I mean, look at that. That's so pretty. And I love it. So if I can, I will buy the guides. My husband really likes the guides too, so we have the Skyrim guide, the Borderlands guide, and the Mass Effect guide, but I don't play those games, and so I didn't bother to bring them in. But I have the Final Fantasy guides. So I have 10, 10 to 12, and 13. And then I have Batman. I haven't finished this one. This one's really hard for me. And then, of course, Oblivion. And, yeah. I love the walkthroughs. Number 17. Have you ever been to a gaming convention? No, and I've always wanted to go to a Blizzard convention. They have them in Anaheim every single year, and one year me and my husband were definitely going to go, and I logged on and I had all, you know, the credit card information ready. I was typing in, you know, the password to get onto the Blizzard store, and like it says, oh, you're in queue, and 5 seconds later it said tickets are sold out. So I didn't get to go to BlizzCon. I think it was like 2010 or whatever. I really wanted to go. Love World of Warcraft. And you get a free pet when you walk in the door. Score. That's like major right there. Number 18. What game are you most excited about to come out in the future? So my most excited game I was waiting for was the Kingdom Hearts 3, but now it's coming out on a stupid console, so I'm not waiting for any video games at the moment. I do, however, want to share with you guys the game that I was waiting for last year, and it's called Beyond Two Souls, and Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe is in this, and it's such a cool, I mean, just the case is a tin, and it's just so cool, and I got like maybe 2 hours of gameplay in, and I had to put it down. It's so difficult to play. And the thing with me is I love watching people play video games. So if my husband just picked up the controller and played, I would be super happy to like go through the storyline and see what goes on. But he won't pick it up because he has his own video games to play. And so it's just so hard. But I want to play it. So one day I will, you know, pick this up and try again. But for the time being, I can't get out of the training area with the boxes, and so it's driving me nuts, and so I gave up. And that's what happens with me. I'll get to a boss I can't pass, or I'll get to a section that I can't pass, and I will quit the game. So, for example, Dantes Inferno. You knew I had this game, right? I mean, obviously Dantes Inferno is like one of my favorite books of all time, and there is a booby monster that I can't pass, and it's so difficult. And so I gave up. Batman, I can't pass it, so I gave up. This new Final Fantasy, this one actually I didn't even play at all. My husband played this game because he wanted to play it first, and it was too hard for him, which is weird because he's usually really awesome at video games. So, number 19, what's your best memory of a video game? So there's plenty of really fond memories that I have with video games.
One of my first fond memories is watching my dad play video games when I was little, like 5th, 6th grade. This was back when we still had the original Nintendo, and I remember, I think it was like Christmas break or something, and my mom had made these really yummy peanut butter cup, like candy thing, but in this huge tray, and the peanut butter didn't actually stick to the dark chocolate, and so it was just a tray of like yummy pressed peanut butter, and then just a top layer of chocolate, and since they weren't together, I would eat them separately while he would play this space game that I really loved. If I can find the game that I'm talking about, I'll leave a picture. But I loved watching him play that game. And then I have tons of memories of playing in college with my husband. This game here, Dark Cloud 2, was my absolute favorite. You could build things as well, like your own village and everything, and there was like all of your weapons. Words, I don't know them. Upgraded. Thank you. I'm thanking myself. Thank you, Melissa, for knowing what I'm talking about. So all the weapons could be upgraded in this game, so I loved it. And then I played Star Ocean, which was amazing till the end of time. This one is actually, like, this was the longest game I've had because it was 3 different discs to actually beat the game. Is it 3? Maybe just 2. I guess just 2. But you had to put in extra discs in order to continue playing the game. And when I found out at the very end, and this is actually one of a few games that I actually completely finished, the ending was like, no way! Are you kidding me? It was, look how pretty. It was all a dream. Let me just leave it at that. Star Ocean was awesome. Dark Cloud was awesome. I played those 2 with my husband. Both Kingdom Hearts, I spent most of my time watching my husband play these games because he's better at fighting bosses than I am, but I want to go and collect all the cool stuff. And so, I mean, look at Sora. God, he's just awesome. I just love these games. If you like Disney games, or if you like Disney at all, I would pick up these games just because they are so fun. I've never done the DS versions, but these ones are excellent. And so my husband and I played tons and tons of video games in college, and then when I was pregnant with my first kid, late at night I would stay up until, you know, early in the morning with my husband while he did all of his driving games, and he did Uncharted in, like, I want to say 16 hours. He finished that entire game. So just being with my husband and watching him play or playing with him, Donkey Kong or Mario, I love all those memories, just being with my husband.
Number 20, what's your worst memory of a video game? Every single time I had to redo this level, there's the one level where I can't pass, and you have to jump from one platform up into a bird cage to collect the little puzzle piece before you get down. And then there's this huge, like, nuisance of jumping through these, like, stairs that move, and then you have to use, like, a spinny, slow fall in order to get to this other ledge. And then there's like 3 different bosses. There's a teacup, and then this big monster, and then these little bees, and I can't pass that level. And so I would scream in frustration, and I would want to throw this, because this is a game where it doesn't save the things that you collected, like, a little bit after you die. So I have to continuously jump to get that puzzle piece if I want to. And if I was a normal person, I would just forget the puzzle piece and just get to the end. And, yeah. So, that's one of my worst memories, is just, you know, getting frustrated. I hate being frustrated, and I hate yelling and fighting, and especially if I'm playing a one-player game with my husband watching me. Like, I like watching him, but him watching me gets frustrating, because then he's like, you're doing it wrong, and I'm like, shut up! You're doing it wrong by being in here. Move! And that's the perfect, this here, my husband was excited to watch me play this. I opened it up Christmas Day. I played it for about 30 minutes before he got so mad at me that he left the room because I was screaming at him. I'm like, stop telling me how to play. You want to play? Take the controller. And normal marriage fights. Alright, number 21. Which video game character do you see yourself as? None of them. None of them. Such a hard question. I don't know. I'm just going to say I don't know. I don't know which one I see myself as. Am I super kick-ass? No, not really. I'd like to be Lightning. Can I be Lightning? She's pretty kick-ass. I like her pink hair. I love her pink hair. And she's got cool weapons. I think I showed you all my games. I didn't show you. I have Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This one was really fun. I beat this game. Gobstones is really hard. I don't really like that part. And I do have Rocksmith, which is so fun. It comes with the game and then a cord, and I have a little dinky electric guitar that I bought for the kids. It's one of those youth ones, and you plug in the cord to the guitar, and then you plug the other end into the PlayStation, and then you put this game in, and then you just follow along. It tells you exactly where you put your hands, and it's fun. These are just my PlayStation games, because before, when I had like the Nintendo 64, I had a ton of awesome games. Like I had Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, I loved that game. But these are all of my video games. Most of them I have not finished. A handful of them I have. The PlayStation 2 games, I usually finished them all. Because that one was when I didn't have any kids, and I just stayed home because I'm a homebody. I don't go out and do anything else. So video games are my passion, along with reading. Alright, this video has gone on long enough. That was the gamer tag. If you're a gamer, I want to see this tag done by you. I don't know who all plays video games. I can't remember. So if you play video games, please do this tag. I want to hear your answers and all of your cool games and game walkthroughs if you have them, if you buy them. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Bye.